Okay.
Scoot over a little bit.
Hey.
Just a little. And then turn in first.
Hey, we good.
Hey.
People. Listen, that's my producer, y'all. That's our producer, y'all. Listen, I'm trying to pray for this energy, okay? I got zero, okay? I got zero. But welcome to Story Time.
Welcome.
Woo, if you're new to this channel, okay? If you're new, welcome. I'm Bonnie. I'm one of your hosts. How you doing? Yes, ma'am. Good to see you. How your family doing? Good. And to the lady that's right here to my left, my daddy like to call her Dr. Norwood, but I like to call her Auntie Shelly on the beat. But oh, you know who got time, who got energy for that? I got energy for that because it is the bump for me. Oh, I do it for myself. It's a little selfish. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Everything to do with me. It is that bump. I know you felt it. Caught you by surprise, huh? Woo! Listen, we are in the book of Bere'Shiyth, which simply means beginnings, but because I feel like I'm doing something every time I say it, I like saying it, okay? And we purchased this book on cipher.net. Make sure you use your Storytime discount, unless you like paying full price.
Use that discount.
Use that discount and get into this book, okay? Thank you. Don't pay $35 for nothing. All right. So use your Storytime discount. And we are on page 31 for those who actually have the book and is following us. All right. Before we get into our little recap, you know what I like to do. Dive into the scripture. Okay. Psalms 34 coming at you. Give me a minute. But it's coming at you. It's just not full speed. And I'm going to read this for those of you that's new to our channel. I'm reading it from the Sefer Bible, so it's going to read different, okay? It's reading from a Hebraic standpoint, so I don't want to catch you off guard. All right, so Psalms 34, Shalom, family.
Shalom.
And it reads, it says, I will bless Yahuwah at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. The humble, nope, that's not what it says. Tricked you. My soul shall be, my show.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to start over.
You're right. I will bless Yahuwah at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Okay, and where? My mouth. My soul shall make her boast in Yahuwah. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify Yahuwah with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought Yahuwah, and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and Yahuwah heard him and saved him out of his trouble. This is like a highlight of the Adam and Eve testament. Because it was more like this poor man died, and Yahuwah saved him. Okay, six times. All right. The angel of Yahuwah encamps round about them that fears him and delivers them. Y'all know my part. Get your taste buds ready. Oh, taste and see, okay, with both of your eyes, okay? No quitting allowed. Oh, taste and see that Yahuwah is good. Blessed is the man that trusts in him. He calls you what? Blessed if you trust him.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Okay. May y'all add a blessing to the ears and reader of his word. Y'all, we're going to dive into the first book of Adam and Eve. We are on page 31. Yep. Let's get into it. Auntie Shelly on the beat. Do it for myself. It's not even about y'all.
You have to start from here and go into it because maybe we just stop mid.
Oh yeah. You're right. Okay. So what do you want to recap on? Just whatever stood out to you on last night's reading. It was a lot.
Yeah. I would say the when they threw themselves off the cliff and offered the blood, and Adam was gonna do that all the time.
Yes.
And you was like, no, you're not.
Yeah, God was planning to.
I'm gonna send somebody to do that.
Right, yeah.
Because still, no matter what you do, 5,500.
5,500.
I'm gonna
Listen,
get a jacket with that.
right.
5,500. Ain't nobody gonna know what it means except for whoever
Those
read
are in
the book.
story time. Okay.
5,500. That's it. And when we learned about how when Satan tried to disguise himself
Ooh,
and but he wouldn't come in
the
the
cave.
cave.
Mhm.
He wouldn't come in the cave because he could not.
He could not.
Because of prayer. Remember, he the same old one. He can't just come into your presence.
No.
Half the time he don't want to.
Right.
If he's doing right, half the time he
Yeah.
don't want to, but he gonna get close as he can get.
Yes.
Send him away.
I think a lot of another important thing was the thing that Becca, our producer, she was pointing out that he tries to make us get into time. You know, before our time, you know what I'm saying? He makes things more appealing and try to get you to go to there real quick when it's not your time.
Yeah.
Like how he said, no, Adam, you're not going. I don't care how many times you die, son. It's not until 5,000.
Yeah.
Say it with me, Adam. 5,500 years, okay? But
That's what I'm
Adam,
gonna put on the jacket.
right?
Say it with me.
5,500 years. But Hasatan was like, "Oh, I can get you there quicker. Come on, let's go.
Bow down.
Bow down. That's it." And then he comes at a time where we're desperate, and he's a deceiver. So he brings you something
that you want.
That you want.
Yes.
Like in their case,
they wanted light.
They wanted light. So he came with light.
Yep.
You know, that was
and praises.
Mm-hmm. But thank y'all for discernment, okay? He was like, "What is this?" I was proud of him. So we left off yesterday. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
They left the cave. Then Hasatan is looking at them, and he makes himself a certain way. So we got to go back and see, what does Hasatan make himself as, appear to them as. So y'all, I don't know, and I'm nervous because the first test, Adam passed. A++++++. Okay, plus. I can't speak for. I don't know. I didn't even read the book.
Yeah, and just while we just on subject right quick, I fell asleep on something I was looking at on HBO. And when I woke up, it was this crazy show. It was about this religious group. It's just like a TV series. They was called the Gospel something anyway. They was the people that go around with the tents, and then they had these big old churches, and they collect all this money.
Okay.
But they were so corrupt. But on the outside, and it's like this perfect picture of what is going on with Hasatan right now. Just look at it, and you guys, some of it you won't be, because some of it is just way out there. Because TV is where I was like, okay, they didn't have to do all this.
Right.
It'll give you a good idea. Okay, let's do this.
All right, let's go. I don't know. Ouch! I went in my ear. Sorry. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna start actually on chapter 28. So I lied on accident. We're gonna start on page 30 for those of you who have the book. In this chapter, we're gonna read about the devil pretends to lead Adam and Hua to the water to bathe. But when the crafty Satan saw them, that they were going to the garden, he gathered together his hosts and came in appearance on a cloud, intent on deceiving them. But when Adam and Hua saw him thus in a vision, they thought they were angels of Elohim, come to comfort them about having left the garden, or to bring them back again into it. And Adam spread his hands before Elohim, beseeching him to make him understand what they were. Then Satan, the hater of all good, said to Adam, "O Adam, I am the angel of the great Elohim, and behold, the host that surrounds me, Elohim has sent us to take you and bring you to the border of the garden."
Border of the garden.
To the border, not inside.
I didn't notice that.
Either. To the border of the garden northwards, to the shore of the clear sea, and bathe you and Hua in it, and raise you to the former gladness, that you return again to the garden. Stop, pause, whatever. Hold my mule, okay? That we never got at all.
Yes.
Okay, listen. He can't even bring you into the fullness of what Yahuwah promised us.
Right.
he can give us a certain, like
Mhm.
you always say, how's the time we bring you to a certain point, then he out.
Yep. Yep.
Y'all, he does this even today.
Mhm.
He can only go so far,
Mhm.
and then he brings you into a state of
Mhm.
what decision you gonna make.
Mhm. And he trying to get them to that water.
He trying to get to
They
the water.
not gonna bathe him in the. They gonna get to that water, and he gonna say, "Okay, go in."
Yep, because he can't
gonna
get
be
into
out.
that water.
He not even trying to get in that water.
He can't. All right, verse 6. These words sank into the heart of Adam and Hua. Yet Elohim withheld his word from Adam and did not make him understand at once, but waited to see his strength, whether he would be overcome as Hua was when in the garden, or whether he will prevail. Then Satan called to Adam and Hua and said, "Behold, we go to the sea of water." And they began to go. And Adam and Hua followed them at some little distance. But when they came to the mountain to the north of the gate, a very high
garden.
Oh, I'm sorry. But when they came to the mountain to the north of the garden, a very high mountain without any steps to the top of it, the devil drew near to Adam and Hua and made them go up to the top in reality, and not in a vision, wishing as he did to throw them down and kill them, and to wipe off their name from the earth, so that this earth should remain to him and his host alone. Is that not the agenda? Is that not the agenda,
That's
though?
the
To wipe
agenda.
out the
Yes.
face of the people, the chosen people.
Yeah, because he trying to wipe out the Mashiach way before he even come.
Right.
Because right now, these are only two. If I get rid of these two, I get rid of everything else.
And then to know, like, he knows your name. But
Mhm.
if you don't know what the Mashiach sounds like, you will answer to anything.
Yes.
So there's a
Yes.
thing here too. Like, you have to make sure you know who. He said, "My sheep knows my voice."
Yep.
So when Hasatan calls, that voice is a little deep. That ain't it.
That's why I hate when people say we don't know what Hamashiach look like. I'll be like, you better know what he looked like.
You better know what he
He
looked
walked
like,
this
sound
earth.
like.
People saw him. People, they know he ain't that blonde, blue-eyed. So you're gonna be following the wrong person. It's like sometimes when your GPS take you all over everything, and you know there's a quicker way. All I want you to do is get me to the freeway.
That's it. That's it.
And then I know my way home from there. They take you. I done had GPSs take me all everywhere. Like I be like, I didn't ask to come here. While I'm in the back roads.
Nope. And it's always coming. He comes like soft, like a thief. He comes off like,
But didn't he just see they threw themselves off a mountain and Yahuwah raised them up? He gonna try to get, now he took him to a bigger mountain. I thought I was going to the garden and the water.
I thought you was gonna bathe me.
Yeah, he took you a whole nother place. See?
And then he said, I only followed them a little, but look where these little steps led them to a higher mountain where Hasatan got a whole
in a real mountain.
In a real mountain.
Not a vision.
Yeah, this is not a vision.
Mountain.
Where Hasatan got a whole plan set up for you. It is very important to be in discernment, to move as the kingdom is moving.
Yes.
Like my dad says, you seek ye first the kingdom of Yah.
Yeah.
You got to know how this system is moving, how Yah's system is moving.
Right.
Because that's the kingdom, right?
Right.
Learned that this Saturday. So y'all, tell y'all, I'm not the smartest one in the bunch.
Yeah. So because one of the things you're saying, why are you praying for the nations when Yah's judging them? It's just like he told Adam, ain't nothing you say gonna change my mind. I'm judging the nations.
That's it.
5,500.
5,500. Say it with me. 5,000.
I'm judging the nations. Stop praying for them.
Absolutely. But y'all all know when the Messiah is coming back. 5,500 years.
That's when he came.
That's when he came. It's not a mystery. We're friends, so he tells us this, right?
Yes.
All right. Chapter 29. Elohim tells Adam of the devil's purpose. But when the merciful Elohim saw that Satan wished to kill Adam with his many tricks, and saw that Adam was meek and without guile, Elohim spoke to Satan in a loud voice and cursed him. Then he and his host fled, and Adam and Hua remained standing on the top of the mountain. From there they saw below them the wide world, high above which they were. But they saw none of the hosts which time after time were by them. They cried, both Adam and Hua, before Elohim, and begged for forgiveness of him. Then came the word of Elohim to Adam and said to him, know and understand concerning this Satan, this that he seeks to deceive you and your descendants after you. And Adam cried before Yahuwah Elohim. Listen, I am very, very convinced. Okay. I could be wrong, y'all, because this is two different conversations here. He said, and I sent my word, and I think we were talking about this last night. The word is the Son. He sent his word. The Son is talking to him. Before he died, remember, before the foundations of the world, he was here. This is the Son that he's talking to, because then Adam stops talking to him and cried out to Yahuwah. So I just want y'all to get that in your mind. He is talking, the Son is speaking to him, saying, hey, Satan seeks to deceive you and your descendants. Then he goes and Adam cries out to Yahuwah. So the Son is present every time when he says, I sent my word. Remember, he said the word, when he sent his word the last time, he said, well, I'm going to come down there as flesh. And I'm going to die just like you die. I'm going to offer up my blood. So so the Son is here, okay? Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, capital W.
Capital W. He sent his word, his Son, okay? All right, let me see. Know that then came the word from Elohim to Adam and said to him, know and understand concerning this Satan, that he seeks to deceive you and your descendants after you.
That's us.
That's us. That's you. And Adam cried before Yahuwah Elohim, and begged and prayed to him to give him something from the garden as a token to him wherein to be comforted. And Elohim considered Adam's thought and sent the angel Michael as far as the sea that reaches India to take from their golden rods and bring them to Adam. This did Elohim in his wisdom in order that these golden rods, being with Adam in the cave, should shine forth with light in the night. Who had night lights?
First night light.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's a trip.
Ain't nothing new. Clap on. He said,
so y'all won't be in total darkness.
So you won't. I'll be always. As a reminder, I am with you always. Come on, man.
That's a trip. That's a night light.
It's a whole night light. A whole night light, okay? This did Elohim in his wisdom in order that these golden rods, being with Adam in the cave, should shine forth with light in the night around him, and put an end to his fear of the darkness. That's why we use night lights.
Night lights, especially for kids, because they're scared of the dark.
Then the angel Michael went down by Elohim's order, took golden rods as Elohim had commanded him, and brought them to Elohim. Adam receives the first worldly goods. And Dad goes on to say, word equals son. Okay. After these things, Elohim commanded the angel Gabriel to go down to the garden and say to the Keruv,
this is a type of angel,
who kept it, behold, Elohim has commanded me to come into the garden and to take from it smelling incense and give it to Adam. And remember, in the other book, we saw that. Then the angel of Gabriel went down by Elohim's order to the garden and told the Keruv as Elohim had commanded him. The Keruv then said, well, and Gabriel went in and took the incense. Then Elohim commanded his angel Raphael to go down to the garden and speak to the keruv about some myrrh to give to Adam. And the angel Raphael went down and told the keruv as Elohim had commanded him. And the keruv said, well, then Raphael went in and took the myrrh. The golden rods were from the Indian Sea, where there are precious stones. The incense was from the eastern border of the garden, and the myrrh from the western border.
Oh, so something from each side.
Something from each side, from where bitterness came over Adam. And the angels brought these things to Elohim. This is weird. I know that's more. And the myrrh from the western border, from where bitterness came over Adam. Remember, they put myrrh. Was it myrrh?
So they myrrh was one of the gifts the wise men they gave. It was myrrh mingled with something while he was hanging on the tree.
Okay, I knew it was something there.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay. Then Elohim said to his angels, dip them in the spring of water. Then take them and sprinkle their water over Adam and Hua, that they be a little comforted in their sorrow, and give them to Adam and Hua. And the angels did as Elohim had commanded them, and they gave all those things to Adam and Hua on top of the mountain on which Satan had placed them, when he sought to make an end of them. And when Adam saw the golden rods, the incense, and the myrrh, he rejoiced and cried because he thought that the gold was a token of the kingdom from where he had come, that the incense was a token of the bright light which had been taken from him, and that the myrrh was a token of the sorrow in which he was. They make themselves more comfortable in the cave of treasures on the third day.
This is only the third day.
They didn't listen.
I'm thinking they was dying once a day.
Listen,
this is only 3
days.
Oh,
they didn't been through a lot. Nishan, she says, fam, I just realized that the proper pronunciation of keruv is cherub. Okay. Cherub. Ruach told me. Thank you. Okay, cherub. Okay, I'm going to correct that reading. That now.
Cherub.
Cherub. Chapter 31. Thank you, because I was listening.
Okay.
I will tear up the name.
Okay. Well, hey, it doesn't look like a room.
I named you. All right, 31. After these things, Elohim said to Adam, you asked me for something from the garden to be comforted therewith. And I have given you these 3 tokens as a consolation to you, that you trust in me and in my covenant with you. For I will come and save you, and kings shall bring me, when in the flesh, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Gold as a token of my kingdom, frankincense as a token of my divinity, and myrrh as a token of my suffering and of my death. But, O Adam, put these by you in the cave, the gold that it may shed light over you by night, the frankincense that you may smell its sweet savor, and the myrrh to comfort you in your sorrow. When Adam heard these words from Elohim, he worshipped before him. He and Hua worshipped him and gave him thanks because he had dealt mercifully with them. Then Elohim commanded the 3 angels, Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, each to bring which he had brought and give it to Adam. And they did so, one by one. And Elohim commanded Shuriel and Seliel. Excuse me, can you turn that down, please? Because I'm reading louder and louder. Turn it down, please. Thank you. Commanded. Turn it down, please. Thank you. All right. Verse 6. And Elohim commanded Shuriel and Salathiel to bear up Adam and Hua and bring them down from the top of the high mountain, and to take them to the cave of treasures. There they laid the gold on the south side of the cave, the frankincense on the eastern side, and the myrrh on the western side. For the mouth of the cave was on the north side. And the angels then comforted Adam and Hua and departed. The gold was 70 rods, the frankincense 12 pounds, and the myrrh 3 pounds. These remained by Adam in the cave of treasures. Elohim gave these 3 things to Adam on the 3rd day after he had come out of the garden, in token of the 3 days Yahuwah should remain in the heart of the earth.
Wow.
Yeah. And these 3 things, as they continue with Adam in the cave, gave him light by night, and by day they gave him a little relief from his sorrow.
So he's like again, this is 3rd day, which is killing me right now.
Listen,
they don't been through all that.
Now I understand how many suicide attempts. I understand.
They was a few a day.
Because I was thinking at least weeks went by.
I was thinking at least days went by. I was thinking he was doing at least 1 a day. This the whole
3rd day.
He done
going
did 3
into
a
the
day.
3rd.
He done did 3 a day.
Yeah.
What was I thinking? Oh, the gold, frankincense, and myrrh. He already told them some kings would bring me this at my birth.
Yes.
At when I, whenever
come
I
into flesh, yeah.
Because that's a sign. So he's leaving breadcrumbs for the descendants.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and they try to tell us this book don't matter.
Listen, you can believe that this book is uninspired if you want to.
And I learned 2 more angels' names.
Listen, I might have murdered them names, but it's all right.
Yeah.
All right, verse chapter 32, and we're going to read Adam and Shua go into the water to pray. I hope they don't drown.
Okay, we're going to assume this is day 4.
Okay, yeah. Because, black people don't do that. How deep is this water? All right, chapter 32. And Adam and Hua remained in the cave of treasures until the 7th day. Okay. So they stayed there for 4 more days. Okay.
Yep.
They neither ate.
Because it was smelling good now.
Yes,
it had
and
the
they
myrrh and the frankincense.
buried with grief.
Yeah, and it had light.
Because they only went to the garden to kind of relieve some of that guilt.
Yeah.
All right, Adam and Hua remained in the cave of treasures until the 7th day. They neither ate of the fruit of the earth nor drank water. Come on, fasting. And when it dawned on the 8th day, Adam said to Hua, "Oh, Hua, we prayed Elohim to give us something from the garden, and he sent his angels who brought us what we had desired. But now, get up, let us go to the sea of the water we saw at first, and let us stand in it, praying that Elohim will again be favorable to us and take us back to the garden, or give us something, or that he will give us comfort in some other land than this in which we are." Then Adam and Hua came out of the cave and went and stood on the border of the sea in which they had before thrown themselves. And Adam said to Hua, "Come, go down into this place and come not out." Oh, we read this. This was in the testament of Adam and Eve.
Yeah, because she was talking about it. Yeah, she was telling her son about it. Yeah.
That says, Nishan says, "Is that the cave Yahushua was born in?" Oh, remember in the I know what you're talking about.
Maybe
it could be, because we did learn in the book of
Mary.
It was Mary, that he was actually not born in a farmhouse.
He was in a cave.
He was born in a cave.
Could be.
There's some ties there because he was the first, and Yahushua is the last Adam. So there is good tie there.
Yeah.
Dad goes on to say, this is absolutely crazy. This is very clear regarding the Mashiach.
Yep. Very.
Crystal. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Wow, that was a good thing. All right, then let me see.
Yeah, where are we? Come go down to this place.
Okay, that's where I'll start then. Come go down into this place, and come not out of it until the end of 30 days, when I shall come to you and pray to Elohim with burning heart and a sweet voice to forgive us. He was saying, and I will go to another place and go down into it and do like you. Then Hua went down into the water as Adam had commanded her. Adam also went down into the water, and they stood praying and besought Yahuwah to forgive them their offense and to restore them to their former state. And they stood like that praying until the end of 30. And they stood that praying. And they stood like that praying until the end of the 35 days.
Now remember,
That's why I said,
yeah.
35 days?
Oh.
Yeah. Remember, they're in two different bodies of water.
Yes.
So he told who to go down. I'm going to go to another
Yes.
body. So they're separating themselves.
I wish I had the name of the, I think it was Tigris. One was Tigris or something like that.
Oh, that
Yeah.
water that came from the garden, that
yes,
proceeded from the garden and went to the forest.
Because she was in that one, and then he was in another one. And remember, all the fishes stood still.
Yeah. Yes.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and search the Testament of Adam and Eve on Storytime, on our timeline, and you will see what I'm talking about, okay? Satan falsely promised the bright light. Chapter 33. But Satan, the hater of what? All good. Sought them in the cave, but found them not. So he went and looked for them in the cave and found them not. Although he searched diligently for them, but he found them standing in the water, praying, and thought within himself, Adam and Hua are standing like that in that water, praying to Elohim to forgive them their transgression and to restore them to their former state and to take them from under my hand. But I will deceive them so that they shall come out of the water and not fulfill their vow. Again,
because
listen,
they made the vow.
True statement, because when Adam ate of the fruit, the fig, we did became under his hand.
Yes.
So now he sees it as a threat.
Yes. Now I'm not going to let them go.
Yeah, I'm not going to let them go.
And they just keep praying.
Like,
but notice how he had to look for them.
Look, he was searching.
He is not all seeing, not all knowing. He don't know how that. He had to look.
And the only reason why he knew that Adam and Eve was praying like that and saying what they were saying, because they was praying out loud. He don't know your thoughts unless you say it.
He don't know nothing. He
is not like the Most High. He's not. He make you think that he is, but he's not. Ain't. All right. Verse 4. Then the hater of all good went not to Adam. Come on, slouching. I needed to slouch on this part. Went not to Adam. Okay, let's see if she passed, y'all. She might pass them. Went not to Adam, but he went to Hua and took the form of an angel of Elohim, praising and rejoicing, and said to her, the same way he came to her the first time in the garden, y'all. He was praising, rejoicing, and he spoke to her. Peace be to you. Be glad and rejoice. Elohim is favorable to you. And he sent me to Adam. I have brought him the good news of salvation, and of his being filled with bright light as he was at first.
But notice how peace be to you, be glad and rejoice has exclamation mark, like he was screaming.
He was screaming, peace be unto you. Be glad and rejoice.
Just like them false prophets, always screaming.
Where your towel at? Be glad and rejoice.
Got a big mouth.
Telling them what they done brought. All right, the good news of salvation, and of his being filled with bright light of as he was at first. And Adam, in his joy for his restoration, has sent me to you, that you come to me in order that I crown you with light like him. And he said to me, speak to Hua. If she does not come with you, tell her of the sign when we were on the top of the mountain, how Elohim sent his angels who took us and brought us to the cave of treasures and laid the gold on the southern side, frankincense on the eastern side, and myrrh on the western side. Now come to him.
Lion.
Straight up.
Lion.
And those,
doing that.
yeah.
Little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like that tarot card stuff.
Yes.
And that when them demons be speaking through them, probably saying, remember when the Lord, well, that's because you just saw it when it happened. And now you coming to her saying, use this as a sign, because remember, they think he left.
Yes.
At that time, he wasn't there. They think he left. He's probably hiding somewhere. That's the only reason why he know what happened.
When Hua heard these words from him, she rejoiced. No, you didn't. Yes, she did. She rejoiced greatly, and thinking Satan's appearance was real, she came out of the sea. He went before, and she followed him until they came to Adam. Then Satan hid himself. He said, we out. Remember, I told you.
Every time.
Set you up so you can take the fall. But Satan is out. Y'all, he is not y'all friend. Listen, Satan then hid himself. Then Satan hid himself from her, and she saw him no more. Then came and stood before Adam, who was standing by the water, rejoicing in Elohim's forgiveness. And as she called to him, he turned around, found her there, and cried when he saw her, and beat his chest. And from the bitterness of his grief, he sank into the water. Brother, okay?
He's like, because she was supposed to stay in that water until he came and got her.
Until he came. But Elohim looked at him and at his misery, and at his being about to breathe. And at his being about to breathe his last.
Death number 7.
Death number 7. Come on. And the word of Elohim came from heaven, raised him out of the water, and said to him, go up the high bank to Hua. And when he came up to Hua, he said to her, who told you to come here? Then she told him the discourse of the angel who had appeared to her and had given her a sign. But Adam grieved and gave her to know it was Satan. He then took her, and they both returned to the cave. These things happened to them the second time they went down to the water, 7 days after their coming out of the garden. They fasted in the water 35 days. Altogether 42 days since they had left the garden.
He just fooled her all over again.
Who haven't you had enough of? Look, she was so gullible.
She really thought this one was the real thing. But what you have to keep in mind is, first of all, 5,500.
Right.
Stop trying to pray your way back into that garden.
Absolutely.
Stop saying go stand in the water, go, because you're not getting in.
You're not. And second of all, what we got to keep in mind, he gave the vision to Adam. So she don't really know what Adam knows, because he was created. She was formed by the rib of Adam. So everything, that's why he's taking everything so harsh, because it was given to him. Yeah. So she don't know. So her intellect is just not there. I'm not calling you stupid.
That's a piece of information she didn't know.
She just didn't know. Yeah. She couldn't have recognized if you told her. Yeah. She just wasn't going to be there. That wasn't.
But she was supposed to listen to her husband.
She was supposed to listen and follow the instructions of her husband.
Stay there till I come get you.
Yes.
I come get you. And now she see Satan gone.
He gone. Listen, he literally brought you in front of your husband just to show off to him, like, look, you thought she was listening? Look where she at now. And then hit ghost. He ghosted her. This was the first ghosting. Ghosting ain't nothing new. Hasatan been using it.
Yep. And that's what the false prophets do. They go straight for the woman.
Yep. Because
Straight
we
for
are
the
very
woman.
emotional,
Yes.
and so they target your emotion. That's why it's so important to not be led by your emotion, but be led by the Ruach.
Because then y'all find out y'all be having babies by all these little preachers, and then they just take advantage of you, and then they gone. They move into the next one. No one's going to believe you. My congregation's not going to believe you. And most of the time, the congregation does it. They call a woman a whore, they move on. It ain't that pastor's fault. Yes, it is. It's everybody's fault, but yes, it is. He the pastor, though. Yes, it is. It's his fault.
Don't worry, Nashawn. We're going to get into why.
What she said.
Why? Why? That's what she put. We're going to get into why. Adam recalls the creation of Hua. He eloquently appeals for good food and drinks.
Oh, that's right, because they ain't ate that.
They ain't ate in about a good month. More than that, because they were fasting for 35 days, altogether 42 days.
Yeah, they have not eaten at all since they left that garden.
They've been, look.
Because they don't know where their food at. Remember, they used to manage.
Right. Yes. Oh, man. All right, ready? And on the morning of the 43rd day, they came out of the cave, sorrowful and crying. Their bodies were lean, and they were parched from hunger and thirst, from fasting and praying, and from their heavy sorrow on account of their transgression. And when they had come out of the cave, they went up the mountain to the west of the garden. There they stood and prayed and besought Elohim to grant them forgiveness of their sin. I think they got like short-time memory.
Yeah, because he forgave them along on the
He just said, you just got to bear the consequence. That's it.
Yes.
I forgive you, but you just got to bear the consequence.
He did that the first day. He forgave you the first day. When you first asked.
Man. There they stood and prayed and besought Elohim to grant them forgiveness of their sin. And after their prayers, Adam began to beg Elohim, saying, "Oh, my Adonai, my Elohim."
Adonai.
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard Nashawn say it one time. Adonai, my Elohim, and my Creator, you commanded the four elements to be gathered together, and they were gathered together by your order. Then you spread your hand and created me out of one element, that of dust of the earth. And you brought me into the garden at the 3rd hour. On the 6th hour, on the 6th day, and informed me of it in the cave. Then at first I knew neither night nor day, for I had a bright nature, neither did the light in which I lived ever leave me to know night or day. Then again, O Yahuwah, in that 3rd hour in which you created me, you brought to me all beasts and lions and ostriches, come on and say that word, and fowls of the air, and all the 1st hour before me of the 6th day. And your will was that I should name them all, one by one, with a suitable name. But you gave me understanding and knowledge, and a pure heart, and a right mind from you, that I should name them after your own mind regarding the naming of them. O Elohim, you made them obedient to me, and ordered that not one of them break from my sway, according to your commandment, and to the dominion which you had given me over them. But now they are all estranged from me. Then it was in that 3rd hour of the 6th day, in which you created me and commanded me concerning the tree, to which I was neither to go near nor to eat thereof. For you said to me in the garden, when you eat of it, of death you shall die. And if you had punished me as you said with death, I should have died that very moment. Moreover, when you commanded me regarding the tree, I was neither to approach nor to eat thereof. Hua was not with me. You had not yet created her. Neither had you yet taken her out of my side, nor had she yet heard this order from you. Then, at the end of the 3rd hour of the 6th day, O Yahuwah, you caused a slumber and a sleep to come over me, and I slept and was overwhelmed in sleep. Look at anesthesia for a while.
Yes.
Then you drew a rib out of my side and created it after my own likeness and image. Then I awoke, and when I saw her, I knew who she was. And knew who she was. This is bone of okay, let me see. Then I awoke. And when I saw her and knew who she was, I said, this is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. From now on, she shall be called woman. It was of your good will, O Elohim, that you brought a slumber and a sleep over me, and that you immediately brought Hua out of my side until she was out, so that I did not see how she was made, neither could I witness. O my Adonai, how awful and great are your goodness and glory, and of your goodwill, O Yahuwah, you made us both with bodies of a bright nature, and you made us wait till tomorrow to continue to read.
Have we just been reading a short amount of time? It seemed like we just
How you
started.
That's
That's what she do. That's a cliffhanger.
Okay.
That's her. Okay, I'm not gonna look.
Don't quite like it, but okay.
Wow. Okay, no. Let me not look. Let me turn my little thing over.
Sheila said, I knew it. See, I'm gonna have to try something new because y'all catching on now. Linda said, just wrong. See, James liked it, but he probably like, you know what? I don't know, James. I don't know.
No, James, he liked the bone of my bone.
Oh, right. Flesh of my flesh.
You was taken from me.
Mm-hmm. You put me in a good
You
sleep.
my woman.
Listen, side by side, just like little children. Let me see. This does not help me to take this example and not be in my emotions. This does help me. I'm sorry. This does help me. Sorry. Oh, she was talking about the emotion. Yes, how we be led. Yes, how Hasatan appeals to our emotions.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So she said, this does help me to take this example and not be in my emotions. Girl, me too.
Yeah, you just gotta stop until let them. If you need to cry, just cry. Don't move. Just stand there and cry.
Yeah.
Cry and pray, and then when it's all over, Yahuwah, well, what's the next move?
Yes. Yes. Sorry, Auntie Deborah Clay. She said, come on now. My bad, y'all. My bad. I was like feeling like it's a stop coming soon. I just didn't know where. And then bam, you made me stop. Okay. You made us have to wait. All right. Listen, I'm so glad that we were able to, you see some parallels too with, you know, the testament of Adam and Eve, and then the book of Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
So you guys, it's not like this book is not telling it's like a piece to the puzzle.
And it should, because the scriptures interpret the scriptures.
Yes. Yes.
That's when you know it's real. That's why you know them not wanting us to read this and saying it's uninspired means you never read it. Or you wouldn't make that remark.
Absolutely.
You never read it. Or you wouldn't. There's no way you would make that remark. You know, April.
Right. Okay. See my Adam, you know what I'm saying?
He gonna get on us about where we stopped.
I know,
where she stopped.
She
I'm a leaver.
Look,
I'm out.
She in this. Host, co-host. So man, she in this. She can be.
Yeah, I'm a stand by her.
Yes. All right, y'all. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so we're gonna see you guys. Time went too fast.
Right?
I know it went fast.
It's like we just
I know. I had to look at the time and I was like, oh, 41. Okay.
Because it's just so much in there. It's just.
And just to see, Satan has not really changed.
At all.
Like strategies has not changed. He's been using the same one, but he's only been using it because we didn't know it.
Yes.
We weren't able to recognize all that we recognize now because we were still in a deep sleep.
Yep.
But now that we awake and stretch, you know what I'm saying?
And he really, really don't us reading this book. This one in Enoch his whole game plan is shattered.
Oh yeah.
Like, I kept this from y'all all this time.
Yes.
I was able to like get away with stuff, and now you little remnant.
Right. Remember, his plan is to like do away with us so we can be still under, so he and his host can rule the earth.
And that's still his plan.
And that's still his plan. It has not changed, you all. It has
But
not
he has
changed.
to get rid of us first.
That's right. So it's important to seek ye first the kingdom of Yah.
Yeah.
Hit that Matthew 6:33 up, okay?
Yes.
All right, y'all. Well, listen, I'm going to be gone. I'm going to do what her shirt said yesterday and be like, we out. Taking Auntie Shelly
now
out.
We got to do with Abram.
Exactly. Because he got to know why I stopped. Okay. So we out. We thank you for tuning in to Story Time.
Story time. Story time.
That was for you, Brother James. I know you like it. Bye.
Shalom.
Shalom.